अगले 10 साल, the next 10 years for Indian youngsters, Indian youth कैसा होना चाहिए, कैसा होगा? This is a tough question to answer, but I would say it's a bull run. Next 10 years for India is going to be a bull run, a total bull run. And Indian youngsters जो अब मार्केट में उतरेंगे, they are going to have the time of their life. The reason is very simple. Commodity का एक 10 years का एक bull run start हुआ है. We all know कि around 2 years back ये bull run start हुआ था. 10 years तक commodity prices are going to go up, up and up. And इसके पहले previous 10 years तक एक definite lull था. Commodity prices were not moving much, but it was long time due, and now commodity prices are going to go north. Another reason is that the cloud, जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि सर्वर, बेसिकली आप पहले हर ऑफिस में सर्वर होते थे. एवरी ऑफिस यूज टू हैव दीज सर्वर स्पेसेस वेयर द डेटा यूज टू बी स्टोर्ड एंड इट वाज नाइसली इन एसी एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट. That requirement has gone away actually, and now the data is somewhere in Singapore or Bangalore, and because of this one reason, Indian startups are now uh, uh, getting into the market almost on a daily basis, and this is possible only because there is a cloud. There is a thing called cloud. The cloud has actually uh, cut the requirement of heavy infrastructure, heavy server rooms, and so smaller companies can dream big. They can afford to keep their data somewhere on the cloud, on internet. So where they push the data, it processes, and the data after processing comes back to the user in some meaningful form. That's why you have so many aggregators mushrooming in India, because it was a white space, and there was no one. Actually, for all these last mile things, there were no one. Taxis, the 10-minute deliveries, all these things, there was no one actually. अभी तो खेल शुरू हुआ है. अभी तो there are things like home delivery of medicine, critical infrastructure, and maybe material goods, maybe movie tickets, stand-up shows, liquor. Sky's the limit. We will only go good from here. So for Indian youth, I will say that the next 10 years are going to be the golden years. The infrastructure requirement has been done away with, and youth is going to have amazing time. Many of my friends who were there in developed countries, Europe, US, they are now getting certain offers in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Gurgaon, which are no way less than what they were getting in those countries. So if they can get all that sitting here at home, so why not? Why not? Youth is going to choose this option of staying back home if they know that their minds are going to be valued more. And next 10 years may bullet train is going to come up, highways are going to be there. Very soon we are going to have a tolling system where GPS location based toll tax would be collected, rather than charging everybody on the toll booth and then thereafter. So this 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 is golden time. This is the time to be in India. I am very bullish. One more reason is for this bullishness is the political stability which has come in. So without taking any political sides, I would say the consistency of a 5-year government is important for economy, for a country. And 2027 onwards, we are going to have one nation, one election implemented, and for the next 5 years, whoever gets chosen actually would cooperate with the other forms of governments. For example, Nagar Nigam, state government, central government. They would all work together, irrespective of their parties and their differences. So once elected, they will come together and make a better plan, a cohesive plan, which is required for the infrastructure gap which we have in India. So that is there. Then one worry which is there is that the inflation is going to rip right through us. So though inflation, little inflation is always good. I would say that 4 5 6% inflation is good for the economy. You get higher prices, and hence more companies come in, more businesses come in for the sheer attraction of higher prices, and more jobs get created. But it would dent a hope in middle classes pocket, and affordable housing, affordable car, the entry level segments, they are going to vanish actually. So India is getting richer, the average Indian is getting richer, and but the entry level things like the entry level car, the entry level bike, the entry level house, these things are going to get a big hit. But we should not be worried too much about it. This also means that India is moving towards uh, uh, a new utilitarian kind of society where people have deeper pockets. Spending power is increasing. Indians are ready to um, invest now in holidays, holiday homes, holiday stays. They are ready to fly premium business class, and they are ready to to board the bullet train of progress. People are now comfortable getting their smartphone for their kids very early. Uh, they are buying vehicles very early. They are buying, these gadgets early. So you can see all these things. Many Indian towns are having these metro stations, which is a good sign. This means better connectivity. Uh, Supply chain has to be improved. Supply chain has to uh, give India enough. There's a lot to be done there. We need to have more ports, and that would be icing on the cake. So this digital explosion coupled with the supply chain connect, which will come by these metros, rails, and these shipping lines. So that would be icing on the cake. The next, I have no doubt that in the next 20 years, India perhaps could be the uh, could be the number three economy in the world, in a sense that it breathes down the neck of number two. Number one is, of course, US 34 trillion dollars, and the number two $17 trillion worth economy is of China, and we are going to sit somewhere there, 10 12 trillion dollars or something like that. We will rise in a very different fashion. We would not see the kind of riches they have, but the population is going to be the force behind the nation, and the wealth is going to be more evenly distributed. So we are going to be a cocktail of maybe socialist and capitalist kind of economy, and uh, that's how I foresee India going forward. And uh, but there is a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done. I said that earlier, that uh, in our earlier videos, that the rail transport is not milked enough. We need to have a system where the goods travel faster, they find the market faster. So something which is grown by a farmer, or something which is meant for export, reaches the port faster. So for that, we need to rely more on the rail transport rather than the road transport, which is happening right now. We are relying too much on the road transport, which is not a very efficient way, and it does not rely on the renewable source of energy enough. So you are actually dependent on the foreign forces. So we need the straight line rail tracks which bring apples from Himachal to Bangalore in a few hours time, or we need a system where the makhana of Bihar finds a port, finds a ship the next morning, and it just sails. So these supply chain straight lines are going to be required. On a digital front, this has happened by way of cloud. So supply chains have dramatically improved, and same is required for the physical infra. So we need to improvise, we need to innovate, we need not copy what developed country has done. We will never be following that path, but we will make a new kind of path, a new India way. We will not do the European way or the American way or the Chinese way. It would be a very typical Indian way, and with UPI and cloud and yeah. So we have shown the world what we can do. Our indigenous tech is finding foot now. That's it. So next 10 years is bull run.